Welcome to Saturday in Ostrava. Semi-final day of the 2020 World Junior Hockey Championship brings together Team Sweden and Russia. In goal for Russia is 17-year-old Yaroslav Askarov. And it'll be Hugo Anefelt once again for the Swedes, the #2 save percentage in the tournament at 9.
Swedes who have pretty well had their way since that overtime win against the Finns with very little stress to their game.
Rasmus Sandin from the point scores! 16 seconds in, Sandin snaps it by Askarov.
And he's won them both tonight. Askarov showed in the first game an iffy glove hand, beat over the glove 3 times in the opener. He dangles his glove low. The Rasmus Sandin shot, his first of the tournament, beats him up over the glove. He drops the glove just a bit.
Marchenko to Vasily Podkolzin in the Vancouver first-round pick. Pavel Dorofeyev, number 27, is out there for the Russians. He missed their practice yesterday. A flu bug going around the tournament. Now Morozov shot scores! Takes the feed from Podkolzin. The power play goal ties the game in 1.
Puck retrieval is critical. Podkolzin keeps it alive. Morozov gets to the front of the net to the slot area. This slides right underneath the Swedish goaltender Alnefelt. That's one bad goal each. Both goalies should have stopped each of these, so you're back to square. This goes right through his legs.
Across the line. That was Kruglov who brought it in. Quick shot there by Sorkin. Maxim Sorkin turned away. Lost that one. Zamula, long shot, hit a leg. Picked up now by Marchenko, takes the return pass and fires. Alnefelt knocks that away. Adam Ewing, captain of this Swedish team. Up ahead to Höglander. Leads the tournament with 10 points, and a big hit there as Denisenko is leveled in front of the Russian bench, and a penalty coming to the Swedes.
Penalty, or the player taking the penalty here. Oh yeah, he reverse hits, his elbow comes up. I think that's called 5 in a game here.
That looks like the call as he comes up high. So
call for the Swedes. Their top scorer, their most creative offensive player, Nils Höglander, has been ejected from this game 4.5 minutes in. The head contact is...
Höglander gets 5 and a game. It comes 4 minutes and 22 seconds in. So as you mentioned, their top scorer is out. Yinning takes down Podkolzin. At the point is Romanov. Montreal draft pick across for Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev works in. Cross-ice pass, Marchenko shoots. Anefelt makes the stop.
That's the seam to Marchenko. Marchenko's got time to tee it up, but look how quickly and how far out of the net. Back to the head, and he's got to come out of the game where they stop the play. You'd think they would have to check him.
Denisenko led the tournament. The power in points last year, and a rebound bounces to Havanov, scores! Power play goal for Alexander Havanov, and the Russians have grabbed the lead and still
play. Here's Alexander Havanov, a Minnesota 3rd-round pick. He's going to take a nice bounce that hits the defenseman to be almost like a pass. And Havanov's got plenty of time to stick this right up under the bar and pop the water bottle. Havanov's an interesting story here. He got sick, had hepatitis A after a trip to the Dominican Republic. It's so tight the other day. Now they're in a hole and they've got to dig out of it.
Podkolzin sends it rink wide. Loose puck in front.
Great save.
Alnefelt.
But go back to this save by Hugo Alnefelt. He's got to read this play, and it's a broken play again.
They scored once.
2 power play goals for them.
Now a steal by Kruglov and a shot right on. Alnefelt makes it. Marchenko as he moved in. Romanov centers it, walking right in, a shot fired wide by Galenyuk. Rink wide, bouncing puck. Podkolzin centered it, goes back to Marchenko, spins and fires. Alnefelt the save with the rebound glove.
Stick, he didn't get down in time. That one he makes a nice stop. He's rebounded nicely.
Oh, turns it over though. And a sharp angle shot, score!
My goodness.
Picked off by Sokolov.
Shoot it away to clear it away, and it wobbles off his stick. You can see it spinning, and then he never gets back into position after this puck bounces off his stick. Sharp angle by Sokolov, and the Russians a 3-1 lead here.
There. By by Sorkin. Lundqvist back with it. To Sandin, across he goes. Fagemo unloads. Hit a leg in front. Lundqvist back with it. Lundqvist drops it across. Fagemo fires, scores! Samuel Fagemo, the tournament's leading goal scorer, snipes again.
And a fantastic pass. Nils Lundqvist finds the seam. Look at that across 2 sticks. Fagemo gets to walk into it, and this one beats Askarov on the block.
Rasmus Dahlin's a little busy with the Buffalo Sabres these days, the first overall pick in the 2018 draft. Now walking and shooting on the line, saved by Zhuravlov. To tying the game in the first period. Zhuravlov saves it.
Watch the left foot of Askarov. He is never set. I'm not really sure what's going on with him, but he's become in the net. If you're not set, you don't have any strength into
6 on a 5-minute power play. Here they come again. Denisenko plays it ahead. Sokolov back for Denisenko, loose in front. A penalty coming out of Sweden, and
this is a turnover inside the offensive zone. Oscar back. Turns it a really sweet feed. Look at that. Nice dish by Sokolov. And Alnefelt has to stay with the play. You'll see the slash coming. Here is...
Can't clear it out. Now Zamula feeds it across. Denisenko at the side of the goal. Fires. Alnefelt makes the save. Kaliniak. Podkolzin. Rink wide pass to Romanov. Works in and fires. Alnefelt save. Rebound. Alnefelt swatted that out of the net.
Alnefelt makes a good first save, and the puck's going to bobble past him. And he spins with his left glove hand and swats this out of the air. Back out of the zone, and the Russians will take a...
Soderstrom to Raymond. Lucas Raymond swings that back to Victor Soderstrom, and across it goes. A hard shot there by Holtz. Works across the top. Spins and fires. Askarov save. Rebound. Hammer. Knocked down by Henriksen. Holtz back for Henriksen. In he comes. Shoots. Askarov the save in tight. Kruglov. Wide to that Mitchell, works it and shoots it on the felt.
Some incredible chances, really nifty puck work here as Mitchell, the defenseman, jumps up.
Works across the top. Here's Fagemo with it. Back for Lundqvist again, in shoots, he whistled that wide rebound. Askarov comes across. 35 seconds to go in the Swedish power play. Lundqvist. Shot, pinballs back to Fagemo, teed up by Sandin, fire, scored! Rasmus Sandin, his second.
Keep the puck 3 or 4 times to keep this zone time going. They settle it down, and Askarov can't find it. This one beats him over the glove again. Askarov has to find it again. He goes down, the puck goes up, and
Rasmus Sandin has his second goal of the game, and Sweden has tied it at 3.
Not going to be like that again. We can be better than this.
Lead pass to Orfeo, fires. Alnefelt drops that back. Now Mitchell centers it, they bang away. That Sokolov couldn't reach it. Mitchell drops it back. Roman on the drive. That's
the Oilers' first rounder from last year. Philip Broberg stands up in the neutral zone.
Actually called it tripping, my mistake.
That's not a trip. That's a terrific hip check.
And now Denisenko works in. Denisenko winds in, penalty coming, shoots off the side of the goal. Podkolzin. Centering pass and a quick shot by Morozov. Podkolzin. Back to Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev up to the goal mouth. Morozov slides it across. Oh, how about stay out? Marchenko at an open net
to the front of the net. But this is a terrific feed from Podkolzin. And desperation, Alnefelt gets his stick across. Morozov scored in the first. Marchenko was this close here in the second. What an amazing save. It's actually the blocker hand. They're going to take a look at this. To see period. This will be a great look at it here. The pass from Podkolzin is a beauty. Nope. Right off the stick. Marchenko gets good wood on this. He hits this hard, and it's Podkolzin later by Alnefelt. The Russians think they've taken the lead. Igor Larionov just can't believe it.
Takes the return pass and drops it back to Sundqvist. Sundqvist, a wrist shot, scores! Posted in! A gives Sweden a 4-3 lead.
Can't catch up to it. Now he's trying to find the puck. It hits him high and goes in. He doesn't pick it up, and that's it for the youngster Yaroslav Askarov as he'll leave.
Save percentage in somewhat limited duty. Came on against the Czechs in the third period. Shut out Canada on 28 shots. Dorofeyev plays it back to Zamula. Zamula's long wrist shot, and somehow Alnefelt reached through the traffic and not
goes off the post. Watch the follow of the head of Alnefelt.
18-year-olds on it. Romanov slammed there by Soderstrom. Bogomol works in. He's knocked down hard by Romanov. 3 wide. Sokolov drops. Havanov back to Sokolov. Shoots, scores! Igor Sokolov goes shelf, and the game is tied at 4.
In the defensive zone, Sokolov will drop this to Havanov, who gives it right back to him, and he catches Alnefelt flat in the net, not square to the back of room, right up on the short side, and that's a beautiful shot. 24 goals in 30 games in Cape Breton, and he shoots this right beside Alnefelt's ear. And
beaten 2-0 in that game. Now listen to the sign of the goal. Marchenko, a chance, flips in, and it stays.
I mean, he got a couple of goals in the game against Germany. This one deflects off of the left arm of Alnefelt.
I think Hugo Gustafsson helped save it here too.
It's going to be the rebound, and oh yeah.
Flips that down. Miftahov finally gets a chance to touch the puck. Holt, Citizen, lose the backhand shot. Oh, what a stop by Miftahov on back.
Amir Miftahov gets into the game. He's been standing down there like a spectator. Now he's got to make his first stop in a 4-4 game. Really got tight.
And now brought in Marchenko, shoots. He hammered that wide.
Last one, he makes a nifty move. Look at the tight traffic. There's not much room. And
Russia and Sweden are going to overtime with a berth in the gold medal game on the line. Oberg works in, drops it back. In comes Sandin, beats it back across. Albin Eriksson a chance, pants saved by Miftahov.
In this hockey game, but there he has to be sharp as Albin Eriksson knocks this out of the air. And a funny...
Sharavlov wheels in across the Swedish line, pulls it behind his back, little backhand shot. Alnefelt the save. Lundqvist sends it back in. Bogomol in the backhand shot, stopped by Miftahov. In comes Morozov, walks right in on Sandin. Morozov shoots, scores! Evan Morozov, overtime winner, sends Russia to the gold medal game in the medal round of the World Junior.
They just piled on top of Morozov, who's finally going to get off the bottom of the pile. Russia, a 5-4 winner, leaves the ice, as does Nassen. When Nassen leaves the ice, that leaves Sandin with no help to his left side. Sandin over to help him, but Nassen has leave the ice. Smart play by Morozov to read that, and then he beats. See the Swedish forward coming back late. Oh, this puck is off the post and in underneath the glove of Alnefelt, and the Swedes chew disappointment again.
Mind you, 13 straight years Sweden has not lost in the preliminary round.
Best player for a team of Sweden is player number 8, Rasmus Sandin.
Best player of Team Russia is player number 13, Yegor Sokolov.
Igor Sokolov, electric Russian, comes in at 6'4" and in the neighborhood of 240 pounds.
The 3 best players of a team of Sweden are number 8, Sandin Rasmus, 19, David Gustafsson, and number 11, Samuel Fagemo.
Oldlander kicked out early in the game for a check to the head.
Best players of Team Russia are number 4, Yegor Zamula, number 10, Dmitry Vorokov, and number 14, Grigory Denisenko.
To get into that
best 3 players. It's chosen by the team itself.